Rebecca asked, is it possible to restore the color of this rug? Let's head over there and we'll look at a rug. And Rebecca asked, can this color be restored? Now, interestingly enough, look at the back of this rug. This is a picture of the back of the rug, and you can see there's way more color on the back of the rug than there is on the front of this rug. So you can see this has clearly faded over time, or at least it appears that it's faded over time. So I'll leave that photo up so you can see, look at those beautiful colors on the back and look at the lighter colors at the front. Now, it's possible that that might be a wool rug. It might also be a silk rug. So Rebecca, here's something to consider. Sometimes these rugs are made to look like that. So that's just something to consider. It's not to say that this rug is definitely been made that way. It's possible that it might have faded over time. It's also possible it might have been made that way. So just consider that. So what to do if you want to do something like that, recolor the whole rug. First is, my advice would be, Rebecca, consider the value of this rug. That is a lovely rug, but you need to consider the value, and somebody can value that rug who works with rugs every day and tell you some more. So we have a rug we're giving away. This rug is from Persian Tribal Rugs in Cambridge, and I've known Farad there for many years. His sons are now working in the shop. Of course, that's if it's open. And sometimes you're lucky and you find Farad there. Farad is a lovely Iranian gentleman, and he knows so much about rugs. So if you're in Cambridge, I would definitely say, go take your rug, go and see Farad and get an idea of the value of that rug. And this is one thing I learned about Farad. He's quite straight talking, so he would not tell you it's worth a lot if it's not. And I would say take his advice on board. I'd say he's got years on experience on rugs because he's born in rugs in that world, and they're just absolutely amazing people. So go and see Farad if you're in Cambridge, and he can then give you an idea of the value of the rug. Once you identify the value of the rug, you can then decide, is it really worth spending money on this rug? And how much is it worth? So here's my take on it. Let's say the rug is worth £2,000. And you know what? You just want to have the rug in your home, and it's a rug that's £2,000. You've got no real sentimental value to the rug, and you might say, well, you know what? I'll put this rug down. If it's fine, I might restore the color. Of course, that's one option. And I'll come to the others in a minute. You have £2,000 of value in the rug, but now I need to restore that rug. I would say, personally, and this is only advice, I would not spend more than half the value on the rug again, because that rug is slightly older, and if you buy a brand new rug from Farad or anywhere else, you may spend £2,000 on buying something like that. So consider it. That's what I would advise. If your rug is worth £2,000, I would say spend no more than £1,000 on it. Now, there's a difference though. You might have inherited that rug, and it comes with a beautiful story of the family. Grandmother's passed it on, and there's a story about how it traveled all the way around the world. And then that means that £1,000 is far from the true value of the rug. Even the £2,000, the true value of the rug is not necessarily applicable anymore, and that's when you need to look at the price in your heart rather than in your head. But that's what I would advise. Consider that, speak to Farad, get the value of the rug, and then decide how much is it worth. Now, here's the question. Rebecca asked, what can be done? So, Rebecca, I have this gentleman. His name is Kevin. He runs this carpetdyingservices.co.uk, and on his page you will see he does a lot of color repairs. So specifically, sorry, I didn't realize I'm not showing you the screen. Let me show you the screen. It's Carpet Dyeing Services and .co.uk, and he runs a business that repairs bleach marks. So you can see this bleach mark here, for example. He's repaired that. And he can also advise on other repairs as full color recoloring of carpets, and also advise you on recoloring and fixing color on rugs. And if he can't help with a sizable job like that rug, he might not be able to. He'd certainly know who to advise. And I would say that my vote goes for Kevin. If Kevin cannot do it, he'll definitely tell you, and I'll put you in touch with somebody that can. And I've referred Kevin several times before. I've known him many years, and I certainly say that's the place to go. And also, Kevin is good if you might have a bleach stain on your carpet and you want that fixed without changing the carpet. He's certainly the man to go to.